Okie dokie. Let's get some music in the background. Don't see why not. Okay. We're back at it, ladies and gentlemen. We've got this thing going. Microphone testing 212. We're going to slide this bad boy over here. Get this little chat box presentable so I can read it while I'm playing. We're going to be playing on Lichess. Look at all this stuff I got going on. By the way, free tidbit. See this? These faces right here, like this. I don't know, the lion face. If you watch YouTube and play chess on that, you'll get no ads. Okay, so you should download that and use that instead. Let's see. We got a message. You down? First of all, we need to check this guy if he's subscribed. That is the only rule. Subscribe and we can play. Don't subscribe and we're not really going to play. So we're live for 1 minute. How can I make this box a little bit better? Let's make this bigger. Pop out chat. That is what we want. Pop out chat goes here. We shrink this guy down over here. Stream is in excellent condition. We'll make this guy a little bigger. And we're going to create a game. We're going to allow the pop-ups. And we're going to hop right on into... What should we be playing here? I don't know what you guys want to see. Let's see. Let's do a 0+1 just to start things off. We'll hop directly into the madness. Forever. Allow pop-ups forever. And this thing always scrolls on over. I'd like to see if we're legitimately live right now. Let's pull up my own stream so I can see it. That's right. We've got my own stream. We're going to X out of that because I don't actually need to see it. I just want to make sure it's actually going. We got 4 seconds to make a move and watch these pre-moves. 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 We're going to end this game with... He could have got my bishop right there. We're going to push forward. Looking like we're both going to castle this way. We're going to put a rook to this open file. This bishop's undefended, so we're just going to scoot it back so it's defended. We're going to scoot up here. That move didn't make a whole lot of sense, but I think we're trying to jump on in. Trade like so. Step back. This guy is scary. There's a fork right here. Will he see it? The answer is no. So we're going to step up. We're going to come over here. You know what? This knight is scary, so we're just going to trade it off. We're going to step back here. We're going this way. 6 seconds. I think we're still doing quite all right on time. We're stepping this way, and then my knight, we're going to break the pin. Jump in like so. He's trying to go for this checkmate here, but we can, for one, just take the bishop. Can happen. We're jumping in like this. We step up. Stop this knight from coming in. We grab this. Grab this. We give a check. We slide back to defend this pawn because I'm scared of losing it. We're going to take here. Here, here. We step over. We take. Oh my god, I cannot be losing on time here. We're going to pre-move this. Queen trade would be nice. We jump forward. Check here. It's not a... Is it a checkmate? How? Oh, the knight. The pawn's covering this escaping square. What a beautiful checkmate. Look at this. Solo queen and pawn checkmate here. Unbelievable. Or with two pawns. But still, that is a cool checkmate. Essentially just like with the queen and nothing else active. And for all of my 7 viewers, thank you so much for clicking on my thing. If you would like to play a game, straight up just shoot me a request and we will play a game of chess where most likely I will lose. So let's just hop right into it. We're going to go for the 4-move checkmate. It didn't happen. The knight's going to come forward and we got to step back to guard this pawn. Sometimes going for the 4-move checkmate really bites you in the butt. This is getting scary, so we're putting my guy here. Bishop could come out, but we block with the pawn. We do this to get this bishop active. We're going to just trade. Okay, so like I said, we push this forward, block this. We're castling this way. We're going to take. We're going to launch this one. I lose on time. Gosh, darn it. Are you kidding me, bro? I need to play faster. I'm out here trying to explain stuff that's not even all that important. I should just be, like, playing faster. And, Heather West. Hello. How do you guys have this purple crown? And why does Thias only have one crown and a cool alligator, and you have a crown number 2? I don't actually... This is my 3rd stream. I did one yesterday. I did one like a few months ago. I'm pretty fresh to this whole thing. So, not fresh to chess, fresh to the streaming. And I've been making YouTube videos, if you guys know who I am. I've been making videos for, like 8 months now, I want to say. 8 months, I guess. I started in November. November 10th was my first upload of a Rubik's Cube. You guys want to see something crazy? Want to see something absolutely bonkers? Look at this Rubik's Cube. This thing is no joke. And if you can see, I gave up halfway through. I can solve it, but it takes me forever. New opponent. And so, basically what you got to do with this thing, white side first, boom. Then you got to get the centers. So if you see, I'm starting on this center, this center, this center. You start with the centers, and then you just go from there. Then the edges. It takes forever. The small, regular Rubik's Cube doesn't take actually all that long. I can do that, obviously. People can solve that thing in like 2 seconds or whatever. And I always play bullet, but potentially it's too fast. What do you guys think? I've got like 2 people watching, so which one do you guys prefer? What time control do you want me to play? You throw it in the chat and I'll make it happen. Whatever you guys want. As for me, I like playing bullet because it's low emotional commitment. So we have the Karo Khan fantasy variation. I think what you do, you have to push this pawn. If he captures, we capture back this way. If not, we're just going to go here, here, and we're going to go for this pawn push because we really need some play with my pieces. So we're going to capture. This knight's going this way. If he captures, cool. We got a bishop for a knight. We're going here to defend that pawn, and we're going to castle. Then we step over here, kind of force a queen trade. Rook to the open file. Over here, I'll also let him happily grab this knight. We don't actually need to trade this, so let's attack this rook. Pre-move that. Go right back to where we were. We capture like this. Jump in, attack the bishop. This guy is defended. We're going to grab the bishop. Grab a pawn. Come back. Kind of running a little bit low on time here. 3 seconds against 1. Okay, so we're going to just take this. I'm up a piece, so we should be all right. And we want this pawn, so we got to figure out how to get to touch this pawn. We're touching the pawn now. He comes back. Jump up and attack this guy. There's also this fork right here, so I would grab this pawn because he was probably going to defend. I could grab this pawn and attack the knight, but I'd probably go for this fork and grab this and then come back. And then maybe like force equally. That is the way I was going to attempt to win that. And like I said, whatever time control you guys want me to play. New opponent. Rematch, new opponent. Let's get the music back playing. Let's do this 3+2. We'll do a little bit more of an instructive... A little bit more of an instructive game rather than some bullet game. Well, this is a bullet game, but we're going to go right into it. Oh, I actually made a blunder, believe it or not, because the pawn capture is actually going to cause a couple problems for me. Trade this off, castle this way, trade this way, step back, step over here. Then we're going to try and put this bishop here. Then if he trades, we get to pre-move it. If not, we're pretty quick to make that happen. We're going to put the queen here. Changed my mind. Knight's coming back. We're going to have to go for this pawn break over here, just to like open up the position a tad little bit. Then we're going to go for this one over here, trying to open up the position on this side. Then the rook to the open file. queen up so that I defend my... I mean... Let's just take. Here. Push. Here. Did that hang my queen? The answer is yes. And then why did I trade off the knights? I should have kept it on the board. Now I've got 10 seconds against this. I am completely lost. All the way back. Gotta defend this. I'm so lost. Unbelievably lost. Lot of checkmates. A lot of checkmates here. Here. Horrendous. Horrendous performance by me, and I apologize. Let's rematch. This guy's 2100, so he's a pretty strong opponent. I'm like a weak 2000. I don't even know if I'm a real 2000. Just because the rating says that I'm 2000, it doesn't actually mean anything. So let's create a game. We'll go up a little bit. We'll do a 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2. And I gotta keep my eye on the clock because I gotta leave here in 20 minutes. Let's see what we get. And if you see I'm 1900, I'm 100 points lower rated in Blitz. It's absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable that I'm better at Bullet than I am Blitz. For some reason, like, I'm good at Rapid. I'm decent at Rapid and I'm decent at Bullet, but I'm horrible at Blitz, and I just don't know what it is. It's like I can play instantly or I can calculate decently, but when you get me somewhere in the middle, it just doesn't work out for me. And it's always been like that, like where I'm decent at Bullet and decent at Rapid. Okay, Caro-Kann Advanced Variation, signified by this pawn push right here, where I'm going to make an impenetrable structure of these light pawns, and we're happy to do so because my bishop's on the outside of the pawn chain. That is actually the best move. We go for this pawn break, not necessarily for the pawns, but for a square for my knight to go. And so if the bishop comes out, I think what we do here is we just challenge this queen. Generally, his queen applying pressure here is scary, so if he captures, we're happy to trade back. We're going to question the queen. If he captures, we capture back. If not, okay, cool. We do something with the queen. And why am I playing so quick? I could have at least thought for a second here. But I think we're probably going to want to get rid of this light square bishop, if at all possible. So like if he moves the knight somehow and we trade like this, I'd be happy. We're going to go for this. If he pushes forward, we might immediately go for a little a5. Would seem reasonably sound for me. I can't really push because capture, and then these guys see each other, so we don't love that. Let's just do this, then this. Because something's coming in, we're going to capture like so. We still have not figured out how to castle or like what to do with my pieces. So let's do this. If he captures, then I'm in just kind of a sketchy situation, to be completely honest with you. Destroyed pawn structure. Never got to castle. We're going to trade this off. Not even going to think about it. I feel like that guy was kind of a problem. And basically what we need to be really worried about is this pawn push. And it's possible. This pawn push is possible because capture, and the queen sees this at the end. So just because it disconnects the rook, like this pawn push disconnects the rook from seeing this pawn, it's not really going to work out. I guess this is something else to note. When he pushes this and I capture, then he's going to be attacking this. This guy is pretty safe. Don't have a lot of great squares for this bishop. I think I'm going to have to just go for this. We go here, here, here. That's the new plan. Oh, I'm scared. He wants to do this. I think we allow it. 2 minutes for each of us. Quite decent. We're getting rid of this guy. I never got to develop. That also hung this pawn. And attacks this guy. I think it's coming together quite quickly for me. If I defend like this, maybe the pawn push comes in, and that's kind of scary. If I defend with the knight, the pawn push comes, but then I jump in this way. If he captures, I can capture back like this. Did that make any sense? This pawn push is okay, because there's no discovery check once the pawn's here. Like I can... Okay. Okay. I'm sensing just a little bit of hostility. This is also hanging. So what about, like, capture? This fork... Let's castle. This fork seems to be quite powerful. Like, once he captures, I can't really capture back all that well because he can take with the bishop. But there is capture, and I push. I think this fork is going to be something that he needs to reckon with. Terrific. I attack your queen. Say you step forward. None of that works out. I think we just try and play something. The queen is the only thing that's defending this guy. I mean, let's attack this guy. Oh man, he's just gonna go here on the same diagonal as my queen. This is it's falling apart a little bit for me. Make no mistake about it, boys. This is definitely a little bit sketchy. We're gonna go for this, attacking the rook. Also attacking this bishop. We can grab this with check. But what about here, here? Let's grab this with check. I don't see what else to do. We then go for this, attacking the rook, and this with check. Even once I hit this check, he just steps forward, and then I gotta kind of skedaddle, which is going to be quite hard to do. The queen is also looking all the way across this rank right here. So if I like hit a check and he goes here, I can't hit him with another check because the queen, but I guess I could because only the queen is defending this rook. My spidey senses are tingling. This check looks promising because he has to step onto this diagonal where my queen is. Check. Oh dear lord. No, that doesn't work because the queen. Okay. And this guy, I think we might just have to play something quiet and chill like this. Is there something better? Let's just do it. 36 seconds. I do not want to be wasting a huge amount of time. We're going to grab this. He also let that hang with check. I think we just go for a check. If he steps forward, I'm going to be brave. But that seems like a powerful, powerful move. $30 seconds. Do I have any cool checks? I've got this, but I don't know if that accomplishes anything. I'm up for... I say we just go for this. Operation... How do I save this guy? Dude's got a lot of passed pawns. Dude has a lot of passed pawns right now. Let's go for this. He can cover, but I'm going to try and... That didn't work. We hit him with this check. This file is covered. Coming this way. Here. Man, I made this way more complicated than I needed to. He's going for this push. But I'm pushing this one. What about that? here. I don't think that this is going to work. Oh my god, he's got this. But I don't need to take. I'm trying to jump back this way. If he takes, I take with the king. This... Oh, it got complicated. We just grab a pawn. We just grab a pawn. I don't know what else to do. We hit him with this check. This check. Bro, I have no moves with this knight. This entire diagonal is cut. Give this check again. I'm coming here. We go here. Check. This check. 5 seconds. I think we're chilling. Oh my goodness, this was hectic. We go here. The rooks on the back rank are now safe. This passed pawn is chilling. As long as I don't lose on time, we are good to go. We're going to push this. Push this. We're coming this way to grab this guy with check. We go this way. And then just don't be silly. Like, yes, he might win this pawn. The kings are on the same file, so we're going to grab this here, check, and then we're just good to go. We might even be able to do it without losing the rook. And I think either way is fine. You can capture this way or you can capture this way. And that's pretty solid. So in this situation, if you're just a little bit patient, you could trade equally. And then he just trades. Yes, I'm still winning. But in other situations where you like really can't be losing a rook or whatever, this is a situation where I'm winning no matter what because of this, and I'll have an extra rook. But there are situations where you want to just grab it for free. Like say you're down something, you give this check. And then he steps out of the way, and then you capture and you can't take back. Okay? Did that make sense? I should have kept my queen. Absolutely. Yeah, that was a terrible decision. The reason that I went for that, I mean, let's just take a look at this. That little discovery. Bada boom, bada bing. This pawn push, because I kind of thought he might try and go this way and just walk into a checkmate. But he stepped this way. And then his king is kind of escaping. Looking right here, I have this check that is quite powerful because it frees my knight. So this check probably would have been the right move. Also, it attacks this. So this check looks like to be the best move. Regardless, yeah, okay, that is the move where I traded the queens. I did this because I assumed 2 rooks versus 1. I was like, I'll be able to mop this up and win. And I was able to, so it wasn't completely wrong, but I was basically giving up that pawn. The reason that this was kind of hard to win is because like my knight had a really hard time getting back into the game. And like this doesn't even work temporarily because these squares are kind of covered. I guess the rook covers here. And yeah, he's got 2 passed pawns. He's got 3 passed pawns. So 3 passed pawns for my rook. So I'm not crushing. Let's check it. I might even be losing. Let's look at the computer real quick and I'll tell you. Okay, I guess I can grab this pawn. So I was still winning. Absolutely, I was still winning. I'm sorry, Crumb. I'm sorry for doing that move. Let's do one where we can flag our opponent. Should we go for the 4-move checkmate? We're not going to be able to because he's blocking the diagonal. So we're going to go for my custom patented opening. I'm not actually going to be able to do. But pushing this pawn is a blunder because capture, and then the queen comes out with check. Then this whole thing is a mess. So once the queen is here, it attacks this pawn and like your rook gets sketchy. So the best move here is to bring your knight. My move is to play the second best move where they capture back, then I bring the knight. It is slightly different, and now there's like a 50% chance that my opponent has studied this slightly less. I think what I want to do is prioritize castling this way. So he pins me. I'm going to break the pin, and now I'm actually ready to castle. This pawn is kind of being targeted, so we'll tickle the bishop. We will then just do this, because I'm pretty sure there's some sort of tactics at some point here. We're then going to do this. If he captures, we'll capture like this. Now this is an open file on this side, so I was so gung-ho on castling this way, but now I'm actually not loving that idea. So now he's got a lot of stuff looking this way. The pawns are also kind of ruined on this side, so let's just castle this way. And then potentially I want these pawns to like be protecting each other. You won, so GG. The pass pawn was scary. Yeah, that situation. So a lot of the times, say they have the pawn here. Okay, it doesn't say this is a black pawn and they get the rook here and you have the rooks. You don't have to capture. And so what a lot of beginning players will do is they'll capture and like let the whole thing happen. So this pawn, did that move make any sense? I'm playing cocoon defense right now, is what I'm doing. Look at the status of all of my pieces. This is an uncomfortable, not fun to play position. So right now this guy is trapped, but also I'm attacking this with check. So if he doesn't capture, I'm going to cash out on this bishop with check. And this opens the square to like I can run away with my bishop now. And I've got two attackers, but he's got two defenders. The easiest way to do this is 1-2, 1-2. I can't take it. Okay? If you have 1, 2, 3, and they have 1, 2, then you can take it. So dude is just like advancing pawns at will into my position. We're gonna go for this. For the simple idea of if he trades, I get to activate my queen. I like this. This opens up my rook, so that's the reason we're doing this. We trade here. This pawn will be hanging kind of at the end of this. There's no check with that knight, so we're going this way. The queens are seeing each other. The rooks are seeing each other. Everything is looking to be equal. Other than my knight really sucks, and he has a 4-on-3 over here, and I have a 3-on-2 over here. So what if I step forward with my rook? Let's do it. The idea is to bring my rook behind it if he doesn't capture. We then capture here. He could try this, but it walks into this fork. So he can't pin the knight. You always got to be careful about these like fancy dancy pins. Okay. I'm going to use this time to bring my rook. He still does not have any checks. He's got something like this, but this comes with check. Like I was saying, there's this discovery. Yeah, there's this discovery. So that's just not going to work because boom. You always got to check stuff like that when there's pins. And so there is a check. Like, be very weary of pinning pieces that can move with one move checks. So something he could have done here is like step over. Then gone for it. But I'm not even really convinced that that's such a genius plan because like I can just step back to get out of the pin. So like say I couldn't get out of the pin, I can step back here and the queens see each other and then I protect like this. Like a boomerang defense. Okay? I hope that was instructive enough. Let's do it in 1856. Is this the same guy? Did I literally just play this guy? Nope. 5 years ago, 4,000 games, 4,007 games. None of them have been against me. This is his first game playing kip314 on YouTube. And we have the Sicilian. Let's hippity hop into, what is this one called? The Nasdorf? Bro, I'm not going to pretend like I know. Like I have memorized the names of the openings. This one's the Accelerated Dragon. Now, something that I know here is this knight becomes a liability right quick. You put the bishop here instead of protecting this pawn. That is a crazy move. That is a crazy move. So I know this is a liability. We're going to capture. This isn't with a check. Then we capture and we make this really crazy pawn structure. Castling this way is a bad idea because of this. I would like this to be defended, and I like my dark square bishop. So we're going to go for this. This pawn push would probably be a pretty decent move. Capture, capture, and he's just got pawns in the center. The bishop going this way, it'll be a defensive piece. Also, my bishop will be a defensive piece. Okay. I'm not 100% sure what to do. So we're going to do it, but we're going to touch this knight, and we're going to touch the bishop, and we have this idea. We're going to trade it off without even really thinking too much. And potentially This pawn is a weakness. So let's just... I don't know what to do here, and he is playing quite quickly. So we're going to just do this because that's the open, semi-open file. This pawn is going to get attacked at some point, so I'm pushing. We're going to capture. He can fix his pawn structure a number of different ways. This rook isn't doing anything, so let's make him do something. The new idea is maybe get my knight here. What do I really want to do? This sucks because his knight gets in. Yeah, there's that. We do not love that. Here, threatening a fork. The knight comes here, I step up. We're going for this. He can jump in, but mine's faster. He can attack, but then I move my rook, and this guy is still defended. Actually, no, he's not. So what I'm seeing right here is boom, 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 boom. And then it is completely equal. He defends against this, but now my knight gets to kind of boomerang back and attack the queen again. Which is a fairly decent move. Now my knight is kind of unobstructed in the middle of the board. His knight is very soon to enter my position over here. Attack the queen again. Here, and then try and get in this way. Let's just be greedy. Let's just be greedy. He steps forward, I come in again. He then steps over. You know what, let's repeat a little bit, try and gain some time here. We're pushing this. Yes, he can jump in, but I step up. Then this pawn will not be targeted. I like a rook coming in and attacking my queen more than I like this pawn defending a knight. We will then go here. 1 minute against 2 minutes. Oh my goodness. He's got this. But I can just step over, no? Boom, boom. Here, 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 here. I come back. The knight gets in. We're going for this. He could just double up, but we're going to just trade. This guy is defended by the pawn, so I'm not super stressed out about that. Let's trade. Stepping over is terrifying. I want to play this move. I'm so scared about this knight jumping in, but now the position has changed just enough that maybe I'm not terrified. Does this do anything? Yes, it does. This threatens this with check, and this with winning the queen fork, and the rook if he moves the king. So this is actually a very powerful move. He could try and block, but no, that doesn't work. What do you actually do here? Step all the way back? Nope, I'm still hitting you with some crazy forks. How do you... I think this is a good move. I think I found something. Okay, so he wants to go for this, but I think I can give a check first. Check first. Check first. He steps up. I take the queen. He comes in. What if I just boom, boom, check? He steps up. And there's back rank checkmate stuff going on. Here, here. I don't know what to do here. We step in. Yikes. This is getting scary. My knight. Jesus. We give a check. I have blundered away my victory. We give this check. He can block with the knight. Terrific. We slide all the way back. Rook's coming in. Rook's coming in. We gotta try and block somehow. That kind of stops the knight from getting in. The checkmate's defended by the queen. 6 seconds against 1 minute. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I do not think there's a comeback. We step over. This pawn push seems to be a good move. Removes the defender of this. He can just go here. Ugh. Oh my god, I'm misclicking. Man, I'm pre-moving this. If this is a move, I'm doing it. Oh, check. Checkmate. Oh, man, I don't think there was really anything I could do. Well, other than where to go astray. Yeah, I just hung my knight. I was trying to get too fancy. Like, this whole situation. Was this a good move? Let's find out. It seemed like a good move. I mean, it wasn't a terrible move, but it also wasn't a good move. Grabbing this pawn over here was what I needed to do. The computer is crazy. It's like, okay, we've got back rank checkmate ideas, this knight coming in, all this. It's like, no, bro, just grab a pawn. You're fine in the end game. Hard to play like that, to be honest with you. And I don't know if any new people have joined here. If you're here, can you say something in the chat, please? And then, if you want to play, just go ahead and shoot me a little hello. Let's play. Let's do one. Let's do a 0 + 2. How do we feel about that? I like to just always change the time control. It keeps you on your toes. This is going to be an absolute doozy of a game. Let's see what we've got going in for us. This is the Caro-Kann. I believe it is called the draw variation. We attack the queen. Probably the pawn comes. We do this. Step back. Whoa, this is a national master. 2,400? Are you flipping kidding me? We're going with this. We're trading the queens. When you're playing somebody stronger than you, trade the queens. Attack this guy. Everything's defended. We're going like this. Trade. Trade. Step back. We're attacking this. We do get it. We're attacking the rook. That was a fancy castle. We're going to take this. If he takes back, we take here. We step over. I'm up a pawn. Let's trade a rook. Then we go here. Okay. He can come in and wiggle me away. Oh, dear Lord. Got another check. Step back to keep this defended. He can attack this a couple different ways, but I think I can push forward. We're going to go for this. Jesus. I mean, there goes my pawn. There goes my flippin' pawn. There goes my other pawn. Oh, man, I felt like I was doing actually quite well, and now I hang my bishop. He didn't see it. There's still no coming back from this. Oh my goodness. Resign. Rematch. This will be my highest rated victory ever. I should be playing 0+1. But let's just see what we've got going for us. 4-move checkmate against a 2400. Doesn't work. Big surprise. We got to resort to plan B. Okay. I am going to launch an attack at this dude. 2400 or not, we're launching pawns. Capture. Bishop onto the openish file. That's a fork. We're going here. We're losing my knight. We're stepping forward. Pushing this pawn, bro. Rematch. Jeez. Let's look at this guy's actual profile. 20. He only really plays bullet and blitz. That is not a good sign for me. But let's... You develop the knight first, because capture is a blunder. I'm getting better at chess. I'm learning my openings. I blundered. There goes my pawn. There goes... I was so lost right there. He could totally grab my pawns, and he just, like, didn't care. He's got a fork, but I don't know if it's actually, like, terrible. Play something. Rook's over here. Push this. I'm scared about this bishop. Trade here. Attack the bishop. Come back. Undecided on what I want to do here. We attack this bishop. He goes here. We attack. He's got a fork. He's got a fork, and he sees it. And I mouse slip. I mean, the fork was losing anyway, but mouse slipping doesn't make a difference. Pre-moves out the gate. Oh, he can go here and he's going to win a pawn. We're going to go for this anyway. I would love to get like an attack on this dude. Is what I really want. But I have to castle same side. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. We got to go this way. Can we attack the bishop? He just goes back in the corner. We come back to where we were. Unfortunately, I just think that... +2 is too much time for him. Like, I think that potentially I have a chance if it's faster. Like, what do I even do here, bro? Move my king to the corner because I have no idea what move to play. Here, trying to do something. Okay, this defends this and this, but it's definitely ace. It didn't defend anything. Resign. Rematch. I wonder why this guy just keeps playing me, dude. Like, I would like to change it to 0+1, but it seems like he doesn't want to do that. And I need to learn the correct continuation here. Like, what did I play wrong? Is developing the bishop a blunder all around? Let's just resign again. Like, I forget the correct moves in that position. We go here. If he captures with the knight, we bring the queen out. I actually know that move. Let's step up here. Let's try and get a different position. Okay. Pin this guy. Step back. Develop this guy. And castling the other way is just never an option. This guy just wants to castle same side every single game. We're stepping forward this knight. I don't want him coming in. We step over. He can kind of attack, but I step back here and it's defended. He could come in. And I can't push the pawn to defend. We jump like this, defending the checkmate. We then step over. This is defended. The knight coming in. Yikes. Did I just survive that? Bro, I might be the greatest chess player to ever live. Am I going to get smashed in the corner over here? Okay, we play this. I am completely paralyzed, but we're going to be alright. We step over here to go here. Here seems like a fairly reasonable idea. Attacking this and this, he kind of has to trade. We can kind of fix the pawn structure. We go here. King and pawn endgame. I think we go for this. Well, I'd rather lose than get a draw, so... He's going to shuffle back and forth if I don't do anything cool here. 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 I think I made a pass pawn, bro. Doing that to win a little bit of time. This gives up a pawn and defends. Ugh, I don't think it's possible. Yeah, that's a draw. I need to just keep touching this square, which I can do from two different squares. So all I need to do is guard this, and I can do it from both here and here. I got a draw against a 2400 rematch. I counted as something. I counted as something. I don't know if it was great. I'd really like to beat this guy. I'd really like to beat him in a rated game, because these are all casual. And so, National Master, bro? Come on, if I can draw a National Master, I'm not terrible at chess. You know what I'm saying? Is that true? Is that how that works? This guy's got a National Master stamp on his profile. And look at that. It's not a 0. I got a half. And not terrible. Okay, well, he's done playing. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out of here. No more stream. I didn't get to beat him, but I got to go to the gym. And so I love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.